Discipline is the cornerstone of every success story. When we talk about greatness, whether in sports, business, art, or personal development, we often attribute it to talent, intelligence, or luck. But those things alone are not enough. At the heart of every achievement is discipline, the unwavering commitment to consistently do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. Dreams are easy to come by. Everyone has them. We all want to succeed, to be healthier, wealthier, more fulfilled. But the people who actually turn those dreams into reality are the ones who have mastered the art of discipline. Discipline is about showing up every day. It's about putting in the work, even on the days when motivation is nowhere to be found. Motivation will come and go, but discipline is what remains steady. It's easy to feel inspired at the start of a new project or when you've set a fresh goal. The excitement pushes you forward and everything feels possible. But what happens when that initial spark fades? What happens when the novelty wears off and all you're left with is the grind? That's where discipline steps in. Discipline doesn't rely on your feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're bored, or if things have gotten tough. Discipline says, I will show up anyway. I will do the work anyway. And that's why it's so powerful. While motivation might get you started, it's discipline that will carry you through to the finish line. Think about the most successful people you admire, whether it's athletes like Kobe Bryant, entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, or artists who've spent decades perfecting their craft. The common thread is discipline. They didn't reach the top by accident. They didn't achieve greatness because they were constantly motivated or because things were easy for them. They achieved greatness because they put in the work, day in and day out, no matter what. Kobe Bryant was famous for his relentless work ethic. He wasn't just talented, he was one of the most disciplined athletes to ever step on the court. While others were sleeping, he was practicing. While others were resting, he was pushing himself harder. He understood that talent alone wasn't enough. Discipline was his secret weapon, and it allowed him to outwork and outlast his competition. The truth is, discipline is available to all of us. It doesn't matter where you come from, how smart you are, or how much talent you were born with. Anyone can develop discipline. It's not something you're born with. It's a skill that you build over time through practice and commitment. But let's be real, discipline isn't easy. If it were, everyone would be successful. Discipline requires sacrifice. It means saying no to distractions, resisting the urge to take the easy way out, and staying focused on your long-term goals. It's about making choices every day that align with the future you want, even when those choices are uncomfortable or inconvenient. It's easy to hit snooze on your alarm and tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. It's easy to skip the workout because you're tired, or to put off the work because it feels overwhelming. But discipline demands more from you. Discipline asks you to rise above those excuses. It asks you to do what you know is right, even when it's hard. Every time you make a disciplined choice, you are building your character. You are strengthening your willpower and creating habits that will serve you for the rest of your life. Discipline is not just about reaching one goal. It's about who you become in the process. Every small act of discipline, every moment of doing the hard thing, brings you closer to the person you are meant to be. But discipline is not just about being strict or punishing yourself. It's about creating structure and order in your life that supports your success. It's about designing habits that make it easier for you to stay on track. It's about setting boundaries that protect your focus and your energy. When you are disciplined, you are taking control of your life. You are no longer at the mercy of distractions, impulses, or external circumstances. You are in charge. Discipline is freedom. That might sound like a contradiction, but it's true. When you are disciplined, you create freedom for yourself in the long run. Think about it. If you are disciplined with your finances, you create financial freedom. If you are disciplined with your health, you create freedom from illness and fatigue. If you are disciplined with your time, you create the freedom to pursue your passions and live a life of purpose. Without discipline, life becomes chaotic. You become reactive instead of proactive, constantly putting out fires instead of building the future you want. Lack of discipline leads to stress, regret, and frustration because you know deep down that you are capable of more. You know you're leaving potential on the table. But with discipline, you take back control. You become the architect of your life rather than a passenger drifting through it. The beautiful thing about discipline is that it compounds. Just like compound interest grows your wealth over time, disciplined actions multiply your success. Every day you show up, every time you stick to your plan, you are stacking small wins. Those wins build momentum, and before you know it, you've achieved something that once seemed impossible. But it all starts with a decision to be disciplined today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to take massive action all at once. Start with small, consistent steps. Set one goal for today. Show up for yourself in one area of your life. Build the habit of discipline one choice at a time. And remember, discipline is not about punishing yourself or depriving yourself of joy. It's about creating a life that reflects your true potential. It's about respecting yourself enough to follow through on your commitments, to do what you said you would do, even when it's difficult. That's real self-love. That's real success. There will be times when you stumble, and that's okay. Discipline doesn't mean never failing. It means getting back up every time you fall. It means having the resilience to keep going, even when the road gets tough. Every setback is an opportunity to strengthen your discipline, to prove to yourself that you can overcome anything. So today, make the choice to be disciplined. Decide that you are worth the effort. Decide that your dreams are worth the sacrifice. The road ahead won't always be easy, but with discipline, you can achieve anything. With discipline, you can turn your vision into reality. And one day, you'll look back and realize that it wasn't the grand moments or the bursts of motivation that got you there. It was the daily grind, the small acts of discipline that added up over time. It was the decision to show up, day in and day out, no matter how you felt. That is the power of discipline. It's not glamorous, but it's what will lead you to greatness. Embrace it, trust it, and know that every disciplined choice you make is bringing you one step closer to the life you deserve. Your future is built on the discipline you practice today. Start now. You've got this. This is the power of discipline, consistent, committed action toward your goals, even when it's hard. With discipline, success is inevitable.